Welcome to the Foul Mouth News, where the filters are off and the language is colorful. If you are offended by profanity or vulgarity in general, not to mention political incorrectness, this video is not for you. You have been forewarned. So if you have virgin ears, be prepared because they are about to be violated.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm glad to see this happening because this is actually fucking justice being served. I don't know if you remember, but during the 2024 campaign, Biden's handlers, with him being all dawdling and fucking retarded, decided to stage a fucking photo op situation at a Sheetz. And what ended up happening is like, it didn't go as planned. They should have realized that when you got a dawdling old man who's senile as fuck, that shit ain't gonna happen right. Well, shit didn't happen right. It didn't work the way they wanted. And Biden's handlers decided to blame Sheetz. And through the EEOC, filed a fucking bullshit civil rights fucking lawsuit against them, claiming they are racially discriminating against people because they don't hire convicted felons, and being the racist fucks that they actually are looking at the fact of, well, that's because a lot of browns and blacks people are fucking convicted felons. Why don't you look at the fact that, hey, they fucked up their lives, got convicted of a fucking felony, and that's why their employment choices are fucking limited, including working at a fucking gas station / fucking like food type of fucking place. Because like these Sheetz are either like a standalone, like, you know, made fresh to order convenience store type of fucking place where they make like subs and shit like that fresh to order, like standalone, or they're a gas station, you know, as well. And yeah, I completely fucking backfired. And like, I guess it came, if I remember, something like they didn't pay. I covered this actually. And like, you know, we're talking a year or so ago, actually over a year ago, I think it was. And yeah, so they like, I covered the lawsuit. I talked about, I think before that, the actual like photo op. But I talked about the lawsuit. I talked about what happened before, and that's why I'm covering this now. And I might be getting to it a couple days late, but I wanted to cover this because this is good to fucking see. But basically, you know, their shit backfires and they blamed, you know, Sheetz for that. And they looked for anything that they could go after him for, and they were so fucking squeaky clean, the only thing they could do was go after them for supposedly a civil rights for violating civil rights of people for not hiring convicted felons. They had plenty of black and browns people working for them, but they didn't have any convicted felons. And they went, who tends to be, you know, the majority of the criminal element? Oh, let's see. You know, we ignore this fact when, you know, the other side says it, but right now it plays into our thing. Oh, let's see. They're 13% of the population commit over half the crime, and they're convicted felons because of it. Oh, black people, and brown people too. So what we'll do is we'll say that they're racially discriminating. They used like this retarded fucking logic for it because we truly live in fucking clown world, and they fucking ran with it. And to see that this frivolous fucking lawsuit's ending, I'm so fucking happy. But anyway, this fucking hunk of shit of an article was published on June 6th, written by Alexandria Olsen and Claire Savage. Because Associated Propaganda here is going to run propaganda for this shit, even though it was the stupidest fucking lawsuit you could ever fucking think of in regards to civil fucking rights. Because, oh my God, heaven forbid, fucking convicted felons have to deal with the consequences of them committing fucking crimes. Where you get fucked, where you might not even be able to work at a goddamn gas station. Federal authorities moved Friday to drop a racial discrimination lawsuit against the Sheetz convenience store chain, part of a broader effort by President Donald Trump's administration to halt the use of a key tool for enforcing the country's civil rights law. I wanted to read that first because that's how they're framing this. All right. The title, Sheetz racial discrimination case, is on the chopping block as Trump rewrites civil rights. He's not rewriting civil rights. He's looking at the actual civil rights law, his people, and they're like, this is a bullshit lawsuit. So you see how they started this out. Look at federal authorities moved Friday to do operation against the Sheetz convenience store, part of a broader effort of Trump's civil rights administration to halt the use of key tool of force to cut these civil rights. Fuck you two retarded cunts. Okay, it might be on a Tuesday lunch, but this is your future.
You'll be working at stripper pole within a year.
Because it is. When you're pushing shit like this, you are fucking. You're not. You can't get a real job in journalism. Anyway, the Equal Opportunity Commission, the top federal agency for enforcing workers' rights, filed a motion in a Pennsylvania federal court to dismiss the Sheetz lawsuit, citing Trump's executive order directing federal agencies to deprioritize the use of disparity impact liability in civil rights enforcement, which that's a completely fucking made-up thing that the left has come up with, this disparity impact liability bullshit, which basically says, okay, that if you have a rule, doesn't matter how logical, how just, or how smart the rule is. Like, oh, I'm not going to hire convicted fucking felons because, let's see, I have a business where I have cash on hand and they could steal it. Oh, well, you've now, just because, you're going against hiring convicted felons because you don't want your shit stolen. Okay, that's disparate impact liability. And because browns and blacks people are overwhelmingly convicted felons and you're a racist. That's literally this bullshit. This was made up fucking shit that's not in the law anywhere. And they're trying to act like this was. This was never in fucking federal regulation or law regarding civil rights or civil rights law and its enforcement. This was never a thing. The left, the Democrats made this shit up. This was made up during the Biden administration. This disparate impact bullshit. As part of the law. Anyway, disparate impact liability holds that policies that are neutral on their face can violate civil rights laws. I mean, this is cultural Marxist leftist shit. This is the left. All right, they created this shit. The Biden administration tried to codify it where there was actually no way to codify it into regulation and law. Congress would have to do that and it would violate the Constitution. But anyway, so neutral on their face can violate civil rights laws if they impose artificial barriers that disadvantage different demographic groups. The concept has been used to root out practices that close off minorities, women, people with disabilities, older adults, or other groups from certain jobs or keep them from accessing credit or equal pay. This is bullshit because they sit there and they talk about credit and equal pay. Someone who's a conservative, which is, and espouses their views, gets debanked. And they're like, that's perfectly fine. But, oh, yeah, if you have legitimate things like, okay, you don't want to fucking sit there and finance the business of some guy who's been convicted of embezzlement. Okay, buy them if they're blacks or browns. Okay, you're denying them access to credit for money for a business that they're probably just going to steal that fucking money from anyways because they got busted for embezzlement. This is their retarded logic. It's okay to go after conservatives and white peoples and shit like that. I mean, we just had a thing. The Supreme Court basically was like, yeah, you can't sit there and say that white people have to have a higher fucking standard to prove discrimination. They just ruled on this Friday or Thursday. Because someone was being discriminated because they wanted black and gay. So a straight white woman didn't get shit. So it's you want these double fucking standards of where whites have to jump through extra fucking hurdles to prove they're being discriminated against. But you're going to use lower standards like the fact of, oh my God, they don't want to hire convicted felons to say that they're racists. You people are fucking retarded. But artificial barriers disadvantage different demographic groups. The concept has been used to root out practices. Fuck you. I mean, this is ridiculous. Trump's executive order is part of his campaign to upend civil rights enforcement through firings and other steps that have consolidated his power over quasi-independent agencies like the EEOC, redirecting them to implement his priorities, including stamping out diversity and inclusion practices and eroding the rights of transgender people. No, what you fucking sleazy cunts. Again,
you'll be working at stripper pole within a year.
It'll be a fucking Tuesday lunch when you're working, but you'll be working the stripper pole. Looking for dollar bills in your poussoir. Okay, because you got to fucking feed yourself. Okay, this idea is fucking ridiculous. Okay, basically, that's what Biden's handlers did. You are projecting here. Biden's handlers use bullshit, made up stuff like this disparate bullshit to fucking sit there and consolidate and go after fucking anyone they didn't like over bullshit things like, oh my God, you don't hire convicted felons, which means you're a racist because blacks and browns peoples are overwhelmingly criminal. That's their literal argument with this shit. Okay, and this idea of stamping out diversity and inclusion practices, that's literally whether it be in regulation of a business, you know, like their rules of how to operate or whatever else. Okay, that's literally codified racism against white people. Fuck you. In particular, overwhelmingly white men. Fuck you. And this idea of eroding rights of transgender people, the Troons have more rights than everyone else. They can sit there, act a fool, trash a GameStop, and nothing fucking happens to them because, oh my God, you're a fucking transphobe if you went and said, oh shit, that Troon should be fucking prosecuted for that. I mean, what the fuck? You people are ridiculous. In the Sheetz case, filed in April 2024 under the Biden administration, yes, after he had you leave out the fact that this all happened after they wouldn't fucking help cover for his fucking retardation, all right? And I'm going to tip these people, and they never fucking tipped them. They didn't even pay for the fucking order. When they fucking stole from this fucking business, and it came out, that's when this shit happened. When they fucked over the employees and looked at them as fucking pawns to be used to push a fucking photo op, and the employees didn't fucking like that shit. That's when this happened. You fucking rewriting history fucks. This is all because of a failed PR fucking photo op fucking campaign stop. Bitch. You fucking cunts. So anyway, in the Sheetz case filed in April 2024 under the Biden administration, the EEOC had claimed that the company's policy for refusing to hire anyone who failed its criminal background check discriminated against Black, Native American, and multiracial job applicants. Oh, could it be because they are the people who majority commit crime? I mean, heaven forbid you make criminal, you want to keep a criminal element out of your business, which has been perfectly fucking legal for God only knows how fucking long, way longer than I've been alive, I think from the beginning of like conducting business here. You had a right to fucking not hire convicted felons, and when they did their civil rights bullshit, they went, yeah, they fucked up. They got convicted of a felony. They should be able to, they didn't look at race, creed, color, or anything like that. They went, yeah, they're convicted felons. That's not fucking violating their rights. They fucking fuck themselves. And now you're like, oh my God, blacks and browns peoples? That's discrimination against them. Fuck you. I mean, this is ridiculous. Anyway, the lawsuit could survive even if the EEOC drops it. Bullshit. A black worker who was let go from his Sheetz job in Pennsylvania filed a motion in federal court Thursday evening to intervene and pursue his own class action lawsuit. How can he's a single litigant. He can't file a class action lawsuit. This is complete bullshit. So he was fired because he fucking lied on his job application about a criminal conviction or got one after being employed there. So that's not racism. He's a fuck up. It could survive. No, you're fucking retarded. This is done. Oh, it could survive. No, because guess what? The Biden administration pushed this shit, but now Trump's administration's in charge, and the EEOC is going to turn around, and they're going to back Sheetz. And they're going to say, we want this shit dropped. Are you fucking retarded? Anyway, in its motion Friday, the EEOC asked the court to delay its dismissal of the lawsuit for 60 days to allow potential claimants to intervene. No, they should just fucking allow it to be dropped. This is bullshit. This is the shit I've talked about before, and I talked about in videos. Was it this one? No, it was the one with the fucking the Proud Boys. But okay, like Pam Bondi. This all falls under the DOJ. Pam Bondi needs to fucking stop I mean, I understand she's, a fucking smoking 60-year-old fucking woman, but she needs to fucking spend less time in front of the camera and do her fucking job. All right, the EEOC, all right, their lawyers, if memory serves, answer to the DOJ. She should be telling them to just fucking drop the shit. That right there, okay, they were told, fucking Trump told these fucks, you drop this shit. Stop what you're doing. And they went, oh, well, we'll leave it open for 60 days. So now some Democrat activists, it looks like, because I'm guessing this fucking Sheetz employee, this convicted felon who's too fucking stupid to actually be honest about his shit or not getting convicted of a fucking felony while employed there. Okay, this stupid fuck clearly didn't come up with this shit himself. So what they're looking at is this is some Biden fucking holdover piece of shit trying to keep the door open while activist fucking attorneys fucking continue the shit because they don't like the fact that Biden, him and his handlers, made himself look like a fucking full-on delusional fucking senile old retard. This shit's got to stop. This came about because of that. Grow the fuck up, you retards. This is bullshit. Anyway, what is disparate impact? A made-up cultural Marxist thing. The Supreme Court recognized the concept of disparate impact in a landmark 1971 case which held that a North Carolina power plant discriminated against black employees by requiring high school diplomas and an intelligence test for certain higher paying roles, even though the requirements were irrelevant to the job. Oh my God, that's complete fucking bullshit. Holy shit. So requiring employees, this is fucking retarded shit, okay, from the fucking civil rights era that should be fucking overturned by the Supreme Court. This is bullshit. This was made up shit that the cultural Marxists, that lefties somehow managed to get the Supreme Court to rule, and it makes absolutely no sense. This is cultural Marxist crap. I don't know how the fuck it got in back in 71, but some lefty tree-hugging far leftist fuck managed to convince the Supreme Court of this shit. Because, oh my God, wanting someone who's going to be there in a position that I'm assuming is going to have, some authority, wanting to make sure that they can pass a fucking high school equivalency test or have an actual high school diploma to see that they're not a complete and total fucking moron, and to see if someone is smart enough to be able to do a fucking certain job. You're like, oh, well, that's discriminating against blacks. That was neutral. Didn't matter if they were white, black, Asian, or what. I mean, this is ridiculous. In 1991, bipartisan majorities in Congress voted to codify disparate impact in Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act, which prohibits workplace discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, which is the only things that fucking civil rights law should be worried about. This disparate shit is made up. The concept holds that it's illegal to impose barriers to employment if such practices have a discriminatory effect and have no relevance to the requirements of the job. Okay, well, you have, in this particular situation, it's a convenience store where it looks like they do a rip-around fucking business, and that means there's going to be a lot of cash on hand. So I wouldn't want someone who's a convicted fucking felon involved in my business because they're more than likely to steal my shit, because if they didn't have the moral compass to not convict to not commit the fucking crime that got them the felony, all right, they don't have the moral compass to stop them from, stealing from me, because to them, shall not steal is going to be something that they're not going to adhere to. Holy fucking Christ. This is ridiculous. It's so fucking retarded, because this literally came about because of the fact that Biden's fucking photo op at a Sheetz location went to shit. Because they fucking rolled out a retarded senile old man. They blamed Sheetz for it. Anyway, what does the Trump executive order say? The April 23 order declared that it is the policy of the United States to eliminate the use of disparate impact liability in all contexts to the maximum degree possible. The order argued that disparate impact has become a key tool of pernicious movement that threatens mediocrity in the favor of racial balancing in the workforce. Or meritocracy. I'm sorry. Why did I say mediocrity? Meritocracy. Which is true. That's the whole fucking thing here. And that's why the left, like the cultural Marxists, this is like part of cultural Marxist theory. So I don't know how the fuck this became a thing in 71. We had to have had cultural, I understand Soviet infiltration shit, but they weren't really about culture back then. It was about the fact of the haves and the have-nots. So I don't know how this got into civil rights law based on race. But this, the Soviets were fucking manipulating shit. Yuri Bezmenov, this is probably a prime example of this if you actually looked into it. I mean, this is ridiculous. This whole disparate shit. Anyway, Craig Lean, a former top official at the Labor Department under the first Trump administration, said, while the executive order takes a more aggressive approach, it reflects longstanding conservative concerns that disparate impact liability encourages the assumption that any racial imbalance in the workforce is a result of discrimination. Yes, I mean, you're literally saying that because they go and they look at the fact of convicted felons and not wanting them employed there, or, having someone become a convicted felon and not wanting them to be employed there, or lying on their employment application about being a convicted felon, they have the right to do that. Doesn't matter if they're black, brown, white, purple, pink, polka dotted, paisley, or whatever else. You have a right to look out for the best interests of your business, and the government should not be able to force you to hire a fucking criminal. If you want to do that out of the kindness of your fucking heart and risk your own shit, that's on you. But the government forcing you to do it violates your rights. I mean, this is ridiculous. Harmy K. Dillon, Assistant U.S. Attorney General for Civil Rights, said the Trump administration would rightfully focus on individual discrimination cases, which she said are more factually sound, less susceptible to manipulation, and more closely hew to the original intent of civil rights law. Yes, exactly. And Harmeet, okay, where Bondi ain't paying attention and you're good, you've been showing how good you are, you should fucking go and fire that fucking cunt. Okay, get that cunt fired at the EEOC trying to keep this lawsuit going for 60 fucking days so some Democrat activist attorneys can fucking pull out of the woodwork some supposedly discriminated against people to make this lawsuit seem fucking legitimate. Because this shit's got to end. And what's happening with the Sheetz case? The EEOC filed the EEOC filed the original Sheetz lawsuit after an 8-year investigation that arose from complaints filed by 2 job applicants. But following Trump's disparate impact order, the EEOC filed a motion. It should say in the district. Oh my God, the EEOC filed a motion. District court. It should say the EEOC filed a motion in District Court the District Court for Western District of Pennsylvania to dismiss the lawsuit. And here's the thing. This 8-year investigation, okay, when you look at it going back when this came out, these 2 people weren't hired because they're convicted fucking felons. 2 people out of how many fucking complaints? So all of a sudden they found these 2 fucking bullshit fucking things that were these were basically butthurt people because they couldn't get hired because they were convicted fucking felons. All right. So what they did is the EEOC looked at this shit and went, it's complete fucking bullshit. After fucking Biden's failed fucking photo op at a fucking Sheetz, and Sheetz not covering for them, okay, and it actually coming out that they stiffed Sheetz on the fucking food that they ordered and shit. What ended up happening is they fucking all of a sudden, oh my God, there's credibility to these 2 fucking criminals' claims, and they fucking went after them. Which 7 years is like the statute of fucking limitations. So they went, oh yeah, we've been investigating for 8 years. Really? I don't think they were investigating this shit under the first Trump fucking administration. Go fuck yourselves. This is bullshit. This is revisionist fucking history. This was literally a lawsuit created out of fucking thin air by the EEOC because of what I've been talking about this whole fucking article about the failed Biden fucking photo op. But you fucks can't be honest about that because of that, again,
You'll be working at stripper pole within a year.
Because you fucking will whore yourself out like this. Or I should say yourselves. Because it is 2 people who wrote this fucking hunk of shit. I mean, you people are fucking ridiculous. Oh, God, we live in fucking clown world. Anyway, the EEOC had sent letters to potential claimants notifying them of its intention to drop the case and urging them to act quickly if they wish to intervene. U.S. workers can pursue federal discrimination lawsuits on their own if the EEOC declines to take up their complaints, but often don't because of the resources required. And basically what this is some fucking Biden-era holdover that wants to see this shit continue because they didn't like the fact of how bad Biden fucking looked due to his own accord and his handler's accord. In that fucking instance, that's what this is all about. These fucking sleazy cunts. They're still trying to keep this going. Trump said, drop the fucking shit. We're not pursuing this. So instead of saying, yeah, we're going to drop this, Your Honor, just drop the fucking case. You go a Biden fucking admin holdover. Go keep it open for 60 days so that ambulance chasing shitbags can round up people to continue this sham of a lawsuit. 8 years, 2 fucking complaints from convicted felons who they wouldn't hire because they didn't want convicted felons working in their business. I'm fine with that. If someone wants to be kind enough to fucking take in a convicted felon in their employ, that's their prerogative. Sheetz didn't want to do that. Anyway, yeah, I've covered this well enough. I'm leaving things here. If you've made it this far and haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also, feel free to subscribe over on the other platforms where this channel's content is uploaded to, as well as subscribe and follow over on sites like Minds, Gab, and Parler. Links to each are in the description.